It has been a bit since we've done content like this, guys, and I'm excited for it. We have no kings in this match, and man, oh man, are these people going to be overwhelmed, but we have a double TC start on a map called Budapest, and the settings are sudden death. So imagine just how stressed you'd be if you were in one of these games in the first place, knowing that if your town centers were destroyed, that you'd be defeated, knowing that so many people are watching, and knowing that you've tried for, I don't know, 6 months, a year, however long to get in. And then you've got 2 TCs, so it's not going to be easy. Funnily enough, we have the Cumans here, actually, which is funny because they can get 2 TCs in normal settings in Feudal Age. But yeah, I'll go through with the introductions. I'll talk about everything that I can to break this down for you because we've had some legendary games in the past on Budapest. Starting off in the gray, we have the Nonsense guy playing as the Cumans. In the green, we've got Rinku249 playing as the Goths. In the yellow, we have Valley Zone, who is playing as the Malay. In the orange, we have 404 Strat Not Found as the Sicilians. In the red, we've got Krisik playing as the Japanese. In the purple, we have Cyper, or Sipper. I think that's Cyper playing as the Spanish. In the blue, we have Just Out of Range playing as the Poles. And then last but not least, we have who I would consider to probably be the favorite in terms of skill, though I'm never 100% certain. We have C-Bomb, who's playing as the Vikings. This is definitely a map that is going to separate, the men from the boys, as the saying goes. Just because it's so difficult to get started, and it takes so much work. Like, look, C-Bomb's even weakening the boar with the town center. Like, things like that, you're not going to see every player do. But you have 2 town centers, so you have 2 lives, basically. And again, if you lose a town center, then you're fine. But if you lose 2 town centers, you're defeated. It doesn't matter how much eco you have. It doesn't matter how many TCs you've actually taken out yourself. It all just comes down to staying alive. So the map has some water as well. Quite a bit of food on it. And you can see even the double berries here is going to be pretty fun there for C-Bomb. Boars, sheep, fish. So the food's there. And then you also have stone and gold pretty much all over the map. So we've got a lot of different things to work with. And give me 1 second, guys. Just going to adjust something here with my desk. Whoa. Did you hear that? So, I have a stand-up desk now, and I was just moving it up, and then I heard a beep. But screw it. I'm going to just keep going. What is that beep? It did it again, but I'm still going to keep going. If this recording stops, I'm sorry. Okay, I think we're fine. Anyways, we're into the game. I'm so sorry about that. I'm probably not smart. If you start to hear noises you don't understand, you shouldn't continue doing what you're doing, but I'm never claimed to be the smartest. I actually like the civilizations here. Like, you've got some civ bonuses that could work out really well. So, for example, if you wanted to take advantage of fish, you could go for the Japanese. They went random, but you could look at a Japanese player. Malay also have some fun little bonuses for that. Sicilians build castles faster, which is awesome. And then Spanish build faster in general. So I'm liking the bonuses we're seeing. In fact, I think the weakest civ is potentially Vikings, just because they don't really have any crazy bonuses that stand out for me. But I guess we'll see. Right now, though, C-Bomb does have the lead. But you can see players like Blue choosing to dock. And we might see that from Gray as well. So, fun stuff. So, here's a question, chat. How many people here have seen the famous game on this map in the free-for-all that featured MBL back in the day? I think it was called Noobs versus Pro. I think the year was 2017. It could have been maybe 2018. It definitely was not the definitive edition, so it wasn't in late 2019 or beyond. So it's been a long time. If you haven't seen it, highly suggest you put it on your list. I don't want to spoil too much, but what I'll say is it was exactly what I just said in the title. You had a pro versus a bunch of noobs, okay? And MBL was destroying everybody. And we're going to leave it at that. It was on this map, so it was 2 TCs. It was the same exact thing. And it's one of my all-time favorite games, and it's what really showed me how good this one can be. So, check it out. It's out there, and it actually had quite a few views as well. So, it's one of the rare times that I have like a video, which is insane, and I really hope, like, man, I hope this gets hundreds of thousands of views, and it actually does. So, it was pretty beautiful, let's put it that way. And it's a bit weird, I know, to say no spoilers because it's been out for years, but you guys can't watch every single video I put out. Some people come into the content a little bit later than others, so we'll keep the spoilers light for now if we can. Was a great game, though. All right, so here's what I would do. I would drop defensive castle that acted as a somewhat aggressive castle. So, for example, let's say green. You might want access to these resources. If you drop a castle right here, or right here, it blocks off this side, but then it also can damage their town center. It's aggressive, it's mean, but that's what sudden death's about. It's not called sudden friendship, it's called sudden death. So, expect it. And I would expect that some players are sadly going to die pretty early in this game, and it's not going to look great for them, and that is unfortunately the risk you take when you sign up to play in a sudden death game. And yeah, the exact title was AoE2 Pro vs. Noobs. This is not supposed to happen. Yup. The graphics are a bit rough. Yeah, like you look back at it and you're like, man, how did we ever play that? Which is pretty crazy to me because I still remember seeing the Definitive Edition graphics for the first time in beta and thinking it was horrible. And now I'm just like, wait, what? How did I ever think that? We have the age ups on the right side. So everyone's on the way up, I think. Actually, Cyper hasn't clicked up yet. So Cyper's going to have to get to clicking up soon. And C-Bomb's the first to Castle Age and has a lot of villagers on stone. This is no diplomacy, so you can't ally or enemy anybody. It's just a straight free-for-all. It's a dog-eat-dog world out there. And I would not want to be next to C-Bomb, who I think is like 1,500 or 1,600 rated. Has played in community games many times before. Also played in Regicide Rumbles. And did pretty well in those settings. And clearly is just like... just going to toss a bunch of villagers onto stone and probably drop some castles here. You can tell Cyper really cares about how pretty the farms look and wants the farms to be in a box. So has separated the farms from one tile away from the TC so all the farms can go in that perfect square. SimCityers out there will enjoy that, but those who are ready to rumble and kill people are going to be like, dude, you got to get up. You got to get up to Castle Age. And actually, now that I say that, Cyper is almost in feudal, and Cyper will have the resources, so it'll actually be pretty good here. Yeah, I don't know the elo of all these players, but I mean, the Castle Age alone could tell you that C-Bomb is probably first. And then maybe you have Crissac after that. So I guess having Cumans here kind of sucks, right? Because your bonus is that you can make a second TC in feudal. But I don't think you can add any more if you're already on 2 TCs. So not many bonuses that really apply for Gray. Now, according to Red, the second that Red was selected for this game, Red said, this is my first community game ever. And I just don't believe it. Like, he's been around for so long. Maybe that's actually the case? Like, people will always say, like, yeah, I've never been host, man. I've never been picked. And I could, like, find evidence of the fact that they played in games before. And they just want to be selected as much as possible. But that's what Crissac said. I'm a very trusting individual, guys. I trust everybody, okay? I'm not sure why you would think otherwise. But yeah, I mean, the Castle Age is going to be second best here. Not bad. And then here's a castle from C-Bomb, and C-Bomb just says, it's for security. Oh, please tell me Blue's actually going to make it to Castle Age. I think Blue will be fine, but I'm a little scared. And as aggressive as this is, and as sad as this is for Blue, this is precisely what I had said I would do, right? Castles on both sides. It threatens them. but it also benefits you. It's just the safest play. And C-Bomb with the double castle on either side is clearly the favorite to win this game. And hopefully for Gray will click up the castle age in the other town center. Blue does make it, and now Blue's going to drop a castle here. So not bad. Okay, I like the Stonewall idea. I like the castle ideas we've seen. Not sure what the army's going to be necessarily. The other thing, too, about 2TC starts is you end up having the resources to go in almost immediately. You can see everyone's floating lots of resources. The Valley Zone could click up to the Imperial Age as the Malay and be there way faster than anybody else. And so Blue's TC is going to go down. Might as well try and research Wheelbarrow in it before it goes down, but now you have to protect this one. And you could still win the game, right? It's just, you've got one more life. Oh, Gray's actually... Oh! I don't know why I was expecting Gray to just roll over and die. But Gray's going to go full feudal. Gray's going to try and ram this down in feudal age with the humans. I don't think it'll work because a couple berserks can take out the rams. But I do appreciate the effort from Nonsense Guy, who apparently is a take-no-nonsense type of guy. But yeah, that's... I mean, berserks are good enough with 12 base attack to take out feudal age rams. Or I guess like castle age rams, but... I said that because he's in feudal age. Bit of a problem for Gray too, but oh, Gray's going to be in castle. So maybe Gray's just like, I got to stop him from doing any more damage to me here. And actually, I mean, the ram is helping. There's no more berserks on the way. C-Bomb's probably focused on other things. Interesting. C-Bomb's just going to add a Mangonel here and take care of the rams, so the castle will probably continue to stand. On the other side, Yellow has dropped the castle on Green, and Green might not actually make it to Castle Age. No! Cancel it! Cancel it and switch it to the other one. No, there's no way. This is at 30%. It's pain. I like Orange's idea to, like, just drop a little dungeon there. And now Orange has clicked up, too. So, like, clearly 404 strat not found. The strat was actually Dungeon Rush. Or Dungeon Defense. It's a great job there. First community game. I could be wrong, actually. I think that Green is going to make it to about, like, 90%, though. Without any repairs, and Castle Age isn't going to come in. So then you lose a town center. But then you also are stuck in feudal age, which is just going to make things so much worse. Castle from Red, who's in the Imperial Age before anybody. And could make trebuchets against Purple. Both these players are in really strong positions against each other. That'll be fun to watch. And Gray just refuses to stop. And Gray's TC is still standing, but Gray will not take out that castle. Oh, I think I'm wrong. Okay, Green calculated it. Well played, Green. Green's actually going to make it. Barely make it. TC will obviously go down. But Green can do a lot more here in the Castle Age. Ooh. Oh, boy. Yellow is Malay Knights? What? Interesting choice. Knights and Karambits could stop this if Yellow noticed it. We'll see how aggressive Yellow is there. Red's making trebuchets. I imagine we'll see the same from Purple. And this is fast-paced, guys. This is aggressive. It's not easy. All things I've said before, but everyone should know by now. But it's part of the game. Normally, you have a couple players dead already. So I'm impressed that that hasn't happened yet. I think 404 strat not found. It doesn't really have the economy right now. And Yellow's dropping a castle here, which is going to be the end of that town center eventually. And Chrisick says, keep in mind this is straight free-for-all. Perp only to you. What? I don't think this is smart. Well, actually, okay, never mind. He's trying to kill Purple. Tila's highest elo. If you hello me kill him, I will spare your second TC. I kind of like it. You've damaged purple. You're showing strength. Obviously, you could anger purple, but I think you're strong enough where purple might actually take a deal here. Also, blue... I've just noticed blue's got, like, tons of crossbowmen over here and is really being a thorn in C-Bomb's side. C-Bomb's got Trebs, though. You also have, like, Step Lancers going in for the Mangonel here. Man, they're really throwing everything they can at C-Bomb. And Gray's been super stubborn here. Gray might actually be able to take that castle out. Cypher says, I can accept those terms. Okay, so the terms have been accepted. Orange will likely lose this TC. I don't know why Orange is adding Navy as possibly one of the weaker strategies you could go for here, for the time being anyways. C-Bomb didn't notice that the Mangonel has gone down. So Gray could actually push this. And then over here, green is alive with a lot of infantry. It's not bad. Never bad as Goths, and seems to have a lot of resources. Yellow's one of my favorites, and obviously red is too. I think orange will be sandwiched between the Malay and the Japanese. No way! Gray is a boss. The nonsense guy is amazing. He still might fail, but now he's at least got capped ram, and he's going to drop his own castle here. Blue is on the way to the Imperial Age, though, and slowly falling apart here against the push from teal. If Gray had units to go in and snipe the next Mangonel right now, this castle might go down. But one Mangonel against a couple rams is always still pretty strong. Orange is making petards! Whoa, okay. Could work. You only need 5 for a TC. People kind of sometimes forget how strong petards can be. Oh, capped rams. Are they enough? Doesn't look like they'll be enough. It's so close. It's so freaking close. And blue needs army now. Dropping some stables, but the Trebs are moving forward. And I think this is going to be the end for just out of range because the Trebs are just in range. Orange is adding the petards, and red is just waiting right now. Castle's so close to going down, and now you got a couple lancers. I think at this point, like, teal's paying more attention. He's probably doesn't fully understand what happened before because of this. But finally, guys, somebody dies in this game. Like, holy, really well played from everybody. Like, everyone's been putting up a massive fight and being extremely stubborn. But well played, blue. Unfortunately for you, Gray didn't crumble. But I think Gray will crumble now because C-Bomb doesn't have to worry about blue anymore. Oh, I would love for orange to be able to take out a TC with petards. It'd be so sick. Green's on the way to imp, as is yellow. And yellow's been doing some slight ratings on green. Remember, red and purple have a deal. And red says, do you want a truce to orange? And orange just says, please. Yeah, orange has other things to worry about. Okay. Red says, sure. Red's doing the whole Diplo thing and typing to, like, specific people. That's not really happening with orange, but it doesn't really matter. Orange just needs to survive somehow. Really not sure why we're having a naval battle. But okay. That's a fun castle, because it's impossible for anything to come around here and get you. Blue dead? Who did it, says red. Well, same person who's about to kill gray. Who do you think? Now, remember, it's straight free-for-all, so they can't actually see the rest of the map that easily, but at one point, red would have known that blue was over here. And he says, I think it was teal. Yup. One TC down for Gray. Gray's going to try his best to hold on. Green is making Huskarls at the moment. Yellow doesn't actually have a lot of army. Economically, I mean, yellow is in a really good spot compared to green, but still doesn't have a lot of army to show for it. And yellow will also be worried about orange on this side. And the navy, apparently, even upgrading to galleon. Okay. There's also a chance that purple just doesn't like, it doesn't agree to the deal long term with red. And will say, well, red's better than me. I should just kill red when he least expects it. It was kind of stupid of him to trust me in the first place, because this is war after all. I think for the time being, though, purple isn't confident enough to be able to make a push against red, but clearly, like, has healthy respect for him, is walling up for the future. Green is a Treb. Yellow doesn't have a Treb here. Yellow's going to mass some barracks, probably for some infantry of his own. And the petards from Orange are trying to hit the castle, of all things. I thought it would be for a town center, but okay. Well, it kind of looks like the castle was taxed onto the TC. So it's not actually hitting the petards. Oh my god! Go, petard, go! Go, petard, go! It's going to be so close! He wants to keep that TC up. Here he goes. Last second repairs. Last second repairs. And then also the petard is going to save the day. Dude, petard. Boom! TC stays up. Orange has both lives. Dang. And yellow is Cavalier now, which is actually pretty good. Like, I mean, okay, it's pretty good in this situation. I don't think it's pretty good with Malay. I think you'd want to have other units. And red, Krissic rolls into town with the Elite Samurai. And this honestly, while it's going to be a red kill, all comes back to Gray's stubbornness. Gray's crazy play here to stay alive is the reason C-Bomb's going to die. Fully upgraded Elite Samurai and enough Trebuchets. Probably even has the upgrade so you can pack them up quickly. We'll see if the Trebs will go for the TC right away, but it seems like Krissic's just going to do exactly that. Actually, he's going to use the Trebs against the Trebs from C-Bomb. But we'll be able to take out the Trebs from C-Bomb and seize the TC. Now, C-Bomb's going to try his best to do the repair trick. And I've been talking about this for years, where if you're underneath the TC, sometimes the shots will hit the Vils instead of the TC. So that's how you want to repair it. But there's still Samurai there. And C-Bomb's gone. Great play from Red, who, remember, made a deal with Purple that was all pending on Teal's existence. If Teal's out of the game, I think the deal could be off and Purple could make a move against Red. Green, by the way, did lose the castle, it looks like. So Green is losing the battle against Yellow. Only has one TC. Gray now doesn't need to worry as much. And Gray only has one TC. And then Orange is, like, in love with petards now. And has lost water against Yellow, but that doesn't even seem that useful. And, I mean, Orange is a shot here. Orange is an imp, right? So Orange could make Trebs or something. And we've seen, just like C-Bomb was worried about some other players, right? And distracted. It really seems like there's some distraction right now for Yellow as well. Well, speaking of distractions. Green. Oh, God. Repair that thing. Repair it. Faster. No. No, 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 no. Ah! You're dead. No. Rinku. Oh, man. That was so unlucky. Even with one military unit hitting that Treb, the final shot probably wouldn't have gone off. Okay, so Green's laughing. Like, I can't believe that happened. And can't believe I let that slide. Because Green was actually doing okay. So we now have 3 people out of the game. We've got 5 left. And I would not have predicted this. I would not have predicted the players who've died would have died in the ways that they did. Krissic is going full Diplo and chatting up everybody and being buddy-buddy. Has made 2 deals with people. But again, I didn't get to read the fine print of their deal. To me, it seems like the whole deal was structured around C-Bomb living. And now that C-Bomb is dead, it would make sense for Purple or for Red, you know, to attack each other. And actually, the longer it goes, like, Spanish are way better than Japanese. Elite Conquistador and Cavalier. Yeah, I mean, this should melt anything the Japanese can make. So maybe it was a mistake. Like, maybe Red could have finished off Purple. Goodbye, water. It was nice while it lasted, says Orange. Well, Orange, you might lose your town centers as well, right? Because now Yellow doesn't have anyone else to worry about. And Gray is actually in a unique spot here, everybody, because Gray Doesn't have anyone around him. You've got C-Bomb and Blue both gone in the north. Then you've got Green over here to the east. Gray could really expand that economy. Obviously, you can't make more TCs, but could, like, plan something here. Uh-oh. This is, speaking of bad matchups, Japanese versus Malay. Pain train for the Malay once the Samurai come out. I mean, I guess they do have a lot of good range units, but... And Red, with the experience, knows that the town centers are key. Using the Japanese Trebs. Still seems to be forgetting about Purple, right? They are enemies, but they've made a deal for the time being. That those trebuchets take out that town center. And then the other town center is going to be right beyond the castles here. Orange also getting Elite Sergeant at the moment and massing Trebs. And Orange also did lose a TC. So it's 1 TC for Orange, 1 TC for Yellow, 1 TC for Purple, 1 TC for Gray. There's only one person that has 2 TCs at the moment, and that would be Red, who so far has had a very good game plan. This is smart from Yellow to say Red is attacking me with full force, because this is Purple's opportunity. Purple could at least take out Red's 1 town center, but like, if this was Diplo and he saw how much Red had over there, I think he would be making his move, but it does depend on how true he wants to stick to whatever deal they made. The sergeants are trying to run in. The Trebs have actually cut a hole through the wood line there. But I'm very impressed with Orange 404. Wait, what? Orange is... Is his PC updating right now? He says Microsoft ... win update ... Well, I'm not sure if he's in control of his computer at the moment, but his units have seemed to go towards the town center. Meanwhile, we have two-handed swordsman spam from Yellow, and if he could take the Trebs, maybe he's got a chance. I'm struggling to see if Orange can actually do anything. It looks like Orange is not controlling anything at the moment. Oh, no. Those freaking updates. First community game ever, and it has to happen now. Oh, God. I love community games. How does this stuff happen, man? There's something new every time. But, all right. So, Orange is still alive. I don't think Orange is here. And I don't know if it means Orange... Oh, no! It kicked him out now. Player not found. Oh, well. His PC's updating, so that's a positive, I guess. And now we have 3. And Purple's making the move against Red, as you should. And also, oh my God, there's like stutter for us now. Like, what is happening here? But yeah, I mean, I really think, oh man, Chrisick, you made a big mistake, dude. You didn't even wall. So now Purple can just run right in with everything. You're stuck trying to go through the gates, but the conks are here. Cypher should just go right for the town center with everything. You don't wait to fight the units. You bring your Trebs, you bring your Paladins, go right for the TC. That's your plan. You can take it out, I think. That's what Purple's trying to do. The Trebs are a little bit behind all this. And you have to click the town center and hope for the best. Let's see. That's a lot of castles from Red, so it could be close. Red is repairing. And wow, the repair villagers are actually enough. My gut instinct was wrong there. Red does lose this town center, though. But now you've awoken the beast. Also, Gray's over here. Gray's still very much a threat, as there will be a 1v1 between Purple and Red. Great job, by the way, from Red to defend this. It looked like it could have been a lot worse. Clearly has macroed well to have the resources. Or clearly has not, actually, because there's 0 gold in the bank. That's a problem, guys, because I'm not seeing any barracks for Halbs. Oh, actually, no, I think the villagers could go back to golds. Samurai are also taking out Purple's Trebs, so that's solid. Okay, so Red's actually going to have some time to stabilize, it looks like. What does Gray see at the moment? Sorry to look away from this. Obviously, it looks like Red's going to clear that, so that's why I did it. But okay, so Gray knows that Purple's here and that Red is here, but that's the extent of it. There's not a lot of vision or knowledge on exactly what they're making. on what they've been doing. Red now says, how dare you? But like I said, like the deal was if Teal was alive. And it's not like you're going to give the guy a heads up in a sudden death game. That wouldn't be sudden. Has that happened to you guys before? Like, I've never had my computer update in the middle of a game before. Maybe, like, there was a prompt and he was like, like, you can update it this time tomorrow. Oh, wait, doesn't it, like, wouldn't it update at, like, 1 a.m. or, like, 2 a.m. or something? I don't know where he's from. What? Because right now, I mean, if he's watching from Europe, it could easily be one of those times I just mentioned. I don't know. Feels bad for Orange. I was really excited to see Orange's story play out. I'm not sure what happened there, but... Okay, well, these guys are being cool. Cypher and Krisic. Krisic's even like, good try. I mean, he did take out a town center, so you're even now. It's not like it was just a good try. It was successful. It was about 1 a.m. in Central Europe. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. He's also has not even stopped by the stream at all. Can you imagine, though? Like, he could have still maybe made some army and some trebs, and he could have come in and maybe taken red or somebody. But there's 3 players left, and there's 3 town centers left, guys. Both of these players have been maimed. Ray doesn't know what in the world's happening, but man, this Paladin Conquistador combination should be really strong. Gray wants to know who's winning. I'm still very impressed with the Samurai, honestly. I think where Samurai are unimpressive is when they're up against archer units, because they're only 5 Pierce armor. But even against Gunpowder, they're not bad, because the Gunpowder fires so slow. Holy crap, man. Oh my god, Purple! He transported! That's half the reason I love Budapest. He transported here. Red doesn't know. He does now. He was probably looking at his glorious Samurai. Oh, what a play, man. What a play. And Red can't get units over there. That's got to be the end for Red, right? There's more trebuchets that are about to fire some volleys. The Samurai have to run so far to get there. And there's Paladins in front. Red says, well played, Perp. He's not done yet, somehow. But no, he has to be. And he is. Dang. So Cypher, the player who could have died to Red earlier in the game, got his act together, and his imp play has been phenomenal. Honestly, I think that's one of those situations, though, where if you use the repair hotkey instead of just right-clicking with the Vils, and you do what C-Bomb did earlier in the game, so the villagers will stack underneath the TC, and sometimes the Treb shots will hit the villagers instead. That could have actually saved Krisic there, possibly. Dang. Okay. Yeah, I want to see, did Red, like, run out of wood there? Now, Red had wood. Red was fine there. Yellow immediately questions Red. Why the rush towards me? Let the guy get over the fact that he just got killed at top score, man. Like, all right, well, Gray figures this is as good a time as any to make a push, and I don't know how sneaky you can really be in this situation. This happens a lot, right? It's basically a 1v1. Gray surviving earlier and his stubbornness earlier was incredible. So he deserves to be here. Also, Krisic played incredible. Purple's played incredible. Every player's played really good. Green's going to be like, not me, because I didn't see that one trap. And that might be a little fair, Green, but you were still playing really well considering that. Purple says, I'm in trouble. Don't say that to the enemy. Never show signs of weakness. I would love to see another transport play and just Trebs rolling it. Imagine, show up here. I guess it's tough because there's all this stuff. But imagine, like, you know, somehow weaving your way around, rolling in the back, and just trebbing that down. But you just don't know it's a possibility. Resources are looking pretty even, I'd say. The Cumans do spam the Hussars out of their stables faster, though. Purple doesn't have a lot of army either at the moment. Purple's not in the top 3, and there's only 2 people left. I think something that Purple needed to do was invest into trash units that don't cost gold. Like Hussar, like Gray has done. Halberdier, Skirmishers, Spanish have all those options. Oh, that's true. Purple also doesn't know how many TCs Gray has. Yeah, that's a very good point.
Yes.
Okay. Lots of respect between the 2 players who are currently dead. Purple's trying to figure it out here, but it does look like Purple might crumble. Like, Kipchaks are a pretty good unit if you have a meat shield in front. That's the main thing about them. Purple, this is a problem. The Hussar's being nice for now. That's an issue. Uh-oh. Well, all right. Love the respect from Valley Zone and Chrisic. You can tell these guys have been around a long time. You're probably the same age as me, but I feel like a proud father how cool you guys are to each other. But, oh, man, Purple's Trebs are getting sniped. I guess Gray's Trebs could be sniped as well. Ah! The Hussars are in, man! Oh, no! Oh, and he just lost the castle, too. Purple's falling apart. Oh, poor Purple, so overwhelmed. Losing more stone, losing the Trebs. Not even getting away with this Treb. Now that Treb should go down. There's a hill there. The Paladins will get it. But certainly not looking great. Purple had the opportunity to transport before, but really no opportunity to do that now unless you go the full way around the map. Sorry, Tristan, was loving my first Kami game. Hope was entertaining. Dude, Chrisic, I still don't believe that statement because you've been around for so long. If there's one thing we've learned today, though, on this channel, is that the system is well and truly not rigged and that new people get opportunities all the time. So maybe you're correct. I mean, I would trust you over me at this point because you're the one who controls your life after all. But, you know, it's been a long time, man. 3 years, maybe? 4? It's true I tried for so long. Yeah, there you go. Let your dreams be dreams, people. Let your dreams be dreams. It happened for Chrisic. It's a little slow at the moment for Purple. Clearly just wants to stick with Paladins and Conks, and I don't blame Purple at all for that because that's fun. Can you rely on just that, though? Can you push past all these castles, all these fortifications? Also, like, a healthy mix of trash units. Hussars are kind of throwaways, as are the Helps. Emu doesn't get in enough. Well, I will say, there's always, even though it seems like there's always people who don't get in, every week we do it, there's always people saying it's their first time. Now, there might be a cycle of new people all the time coming into the community, so that makes it complicated. Also, there might be like 100 people out of the 140 people that enter every time who've never played. I don't really know the math there, but, you know, all jokes aside, I like to see that, and there seems to be an influx of new people every time, so. Not 4 years. Okay, all right. 4 years. Not even that long ago, honestly. 4 years is nothing. We started this. Oh, by the way, I'm dropping frames right now. Viewers, so I'm not sure if this will affect the recording later. But, like, I'm dropping a ton of frames, apparently, so apologies. Yeah, it's been, what, 7 years now? It'll actually be 8 years since I created my channel in less than a month. It's a long time. Yeah, yesterday I was dropping frames as well for like 5 to 10 minutes. And then it just magically went away, so I'm not sure what that is. But if you have issues, that's why. Well, Halbs is what we wanted to see from Purple. The Castle Fire and the Kipchaks are going to help with that, but still, it's a good fight back there from Purple. It's just accepted that this is going to be one of those games, right? You just got to 1v1 this guy. There's no way you're really in a position to know where Gray's base is and what Gray's base looks like. As much as I'd love to see that sneaky play, not sure if it's realistic. Okay, it looks like it's all stopped now. It's a little worrying, to be honest, because I never dropped frames before the new setup. And now it's happening again. Yeah, I don't know what that could be. But yeah, I mean, it goes away after a while, and it's not too bad, so. Gray doesn't have ranges. It looks like he's just going with stables and a lot of them. And then also the barracks. But, like, I like the way Gray's playing it. You know, he's got the Kipchaks parking next to the Trebuchet. Realistically, should probably have more Trebs before showing up. But still, like, Halb's in front, Kipchak's behind. Hussar's also streaming it all the time. Let's say 5 games makes 35 rigged people each week. And there are consistently 80 to 150 people voting in. You should exhaust the pool in a month, say 2, if there is no shadow rigging. Trying to think if your math is correct there. See, where it gets tricky is it's never the same people, right? Some people make it some Fridays, other people don't make it others. And then there are repeat picks at times as well. And I also don't do it every week, even though I try to. But yeah, it does feel like eventually you'd work through. But like I said, we get new people every week. It's just how many new people is tricky. I'm not a fan of trickle-trebbing, Gray. You kept trickle-trebbing here, man. To be fair to Gray, like, Gray's completely pop-capped and just can't seem to go any higher. And Gray says, let me in! This is a grind, man. Second time today. Oh, yes. Oh, my God. Yo. Okay. This is what I wanted to see the whole time. I just didn't think it was a possibility, so now I'm pumped. It's going to be so tough. But I actually think it might be possible, guys. The dream might be possible. Purple has to defend valiantly, though, because the TC's right here. Oh. And Purple now feeling confidence. It's like, maybe I can push up the hill. And now rolls away with those trebuchets. Now, see, the thing is, I don't want to have... I want everyone to be able to have an opportunity, right? Obviously, I don't want to exclude people from games. However, I don't want a situation where we don't have a mix. What makes community games great, more often than not, is like the context. Like, oh, this person's played a couple times. This person was in a video. This person's brand new. All those things make community games community games. If it was like new people with no context every single time, which in theory I could do with a bot, but it'd be hard to track and it'd be a lot of work, I don't think it would have the same feel. And also, it would possibly discourage people who have played before to not want to play a part in community games. So it's a tricky subject. Yeah, frames continue to drop. And again, that's something that's weird. And something we'll need to look into here. But Purple builds another castle as one goes down, and Purple continues to hold. So, all right. Nice shot from Purple. Takes out that Treb. Gray didn't trickle Treb, but Gray didn't have the production there. Still going to be so tough for Purple to go on a journey here if Purple isn't fully secure elsewhere, right? It's like Purple has to feel 100% safe here before doing that. Oh, guys, I'm getting stressed about the frames. The internet's fine. Never been an issue. Setup didn't change. I do stream at a slightly higher bit right now. I hope at least the recording's better for later on. Sorry, I obviously it's out of my control. It sucks. I mean, thankfully it's not an issue at large for me, but I did have I've had my fair share of like crappy internet situations with streaming, and You just have 0 control. Sucks. Okay. Purple's a beast, man. Purple's a late game beast. Purple pushed down that castle from gray somehow. And now may even be able to back up with these trebuchets. Okay, Trebs will get back away. We are also seeing a bit of a weakness of Cumans, right? Like, their best gold unit for late game is probably just the Kipchak. And it's just not... It's not strong with 20 of them, right? You kind of have to have, like, 30, 40. They're more... they're not very population efficient, but they are cheap. And they're good once you get a good, solid number of them. Oh, man, dude! Oh, man. Okay, so there's a lot of obstacles. There's so much fear you must be feeling as well. But Purple has defended and is still, I mean, still in the process of defending, which is so difficult. The TC's right there, though. Right? Like, it's a risk to send army away from this. Now, Blue has random crossbows here. And, that could be an obstacle too, but I'm not sure. It depends on what's seen. Also, I had issues on Farming Simulator when I dropped frames last. And frame dropping is either encoding in most cases or internet. And it would say encoding if it was anything else. So, probably just a coincidence that it happens after we switch some things around. Something I'll have to keep an eye on, and like I said, I can't do anything about it right now except apologize. Oh my god! Oh my god! Yes! Go, Cyper, go! Yes! Yes! Let's go! Let's go, baby! Come on! Now he's still gonna defend himself! Oh no! He's losing ground, but there's no Trebs from Gray yet, but there's more on the way. This is epic. I mean, the castle fire is helping so much. This castle would also do a lot to hold this position. And Gray's thinking I'm winning right now. Now, the key is you do not want to attack anything here if you're purple. You just want to scout. Oh, yeah! Let's go! Let's go! Come on. Look for that town center. He's like, wait a second. I don't see a town center. What's happening? Meanwhile, he's slowly dying. He's looking. He sees it. Bring him. Bring him, baby. He's got to defend himself still. He can't die to this. Gray, keep pushing, Gray. Keep pushing. This is very reminiscent of that one game that I had mentioned earlier. I think Purple's going to realize that's the only one. Also, Gray garrisoned. So, uh-oh. If Gray garrisoned, Gray might know. Oh, jeez. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Purple, you've got to pick up the pace here a little bit. Gray might not realize, because Gray's, like, sending all the stuff forward, and it's all so slow. You would expect, like, a big horde, not the slow crawl. Let's see. Gray noticed 3 units in his eco, which is already impressive. Let's see. Uh-oh. He's collecting the hussars here. Where you get the stone, he says. Good point, actually. Well, these guys are both legends in my eyes. I don't think it's going to work for Purple unless Purple's at max range here. Purple needs to make sure that these Trebs are clicked onto that TC with the Paladins. If he gets close to the Hussars will kill them. So you can't get too close. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Come on, Purple. Oh no, Gray noticed it! You gotta click now! You gotta click now. Click them. Actually, them being stacked is helpful because of the way they move. Nah, you got too close. You gotta click him. He can hit him from here. Purple! Click him fast! He could still do it, guys. Oh no, 2 of them don't agree. Uh-oh. He could still do it. Gray's got to repair. Let's see if it hits Vils here. No. He's going to survive this. Gray is going to survive this. Wow. Amazing job. From both players, amazing job. And we're not finished yet. Gray's going to continue his journey pushing. What an amazing game. And purple might actually be out of steam now. Yes. Obviously, does depend on how Gray protects his trebuchets right now. Whew. I think if there's any consolation, by the way, for people rooting for purple there, I think with Gray paying attention clearly, the Trebs would never have had a chance even if he fired at max range. But clearly he could have got a few more volleys off there, which obviously could have maybe made a difference. This is incredible. How does purple have the stone? Seriously, though. Okay, he's now out of it. The Trebs are extremely important to protect right now. And Gray going to send more units forward. All right. Well, Halb v Halb. Hussar v Halb. Spanish Halbs are stronger than Kuman Hussars. Or Halbs, I think. And Hussars, but I think they are. But I guess purple doesn't have all the upgrades. And how much of the market is he using? Nice, I hasn't even been using it that much. Well, clearly just bought a little bit. He's about to run out again. Will probably lead to his castle going down. And then Gray should just go right for the TC. But maybe not, actually, because gold is really low. They're both actually almost completely out of gold right now. Yeah. Dang. Like, I guess what you need is you need to find gold elsewhere on the map. Like, you need to settle for a second. Like, Gray needs to be on that gold pile there. And purple was here. And purple held. Wow, this is ridiculous. But now there's no castles there, right? Okay, I'm gonna be silent for 5 seconds. Actually, screw it. I can talk while I'm doing this. I'm just lowering my desk again. And there we go. Frames continue to drop. It's right around this time yesterday, too. Frustrating. I think OBS has ways to look and see the reasons. Like, I think they have, like, a log to explain it. So I'm hoping that this game has been preserved, and I hope everyone's still able to enjoy this, because this is freaking sick, man. And Gray just got, like, really desperate. Oh, man. Gray got really desperate and just dove in and said, let me do something against that. This is a long one. Now, I think it's worth it for purple to repair all the way to full HP there. Also, something that neither player did was get masonry. And I think humans might not get it, but I'm pretty sure... I know Spanish do. So, like, all the HP technologies would also help a lot. Purple's going to farm over here, and then purple's going to take some stone. And purple has a dock on the left, which could mean... Oh my god, can cannon galleons hit that? No way. The thing is, they're both strapped for gold. Like, they're both... They can't really afford siege of any kind, and cannon galleons in this case. Gray needs to just look. Like, for a guy who had such great awareness when the sneak came in, I guess it came in, you know, he had a lot of time. But he really has not been very aware on the gold situation right in his base. Because then he could make trebs, and he could maybe push the TC. Transport ships. I don't think he knows cannon galleons will work, or I don't know what the plan is exactly, but he went 3 transports here, he went 3 transports here, he's gonna go 3 transports here. But yeah, I mean, especially with Spanish, cannon galleons would be sick here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't do tiles without grid mod. It's so tough with capture age because of the zoom level. Like, a farm is how many tiles? 4 tiles, right? Or is it 3? No, I think a farm is 3 tiles. So we could use the farms. The house is 2. That's maybe a way to do it. Okay. Treb's getting pulled back. This is what I mean. You don't really have the gold for this, but purple's been on the ball. Okay, so farms 3. So 1. Okay, so that's 3, 6, 9. The next one will be 12. And then this is enough for a house. So that's like 15. Wait, no, 14. I think he could do it. Because Elite Cannon Galleon's 15, but he can't afford Elite. And I think Standard is 13. It would be very close. Like, too close for comfort, obviously. Trying to see if Purple sees any gold. Oh, Purple deleted that. And also sees a castle and wants to take that gold. And Purple's kind of looked everywhere. Like, maybe could try and venture over here, but remember, took some in the corners, took everything up here. So Purple currently is in defend mode. Don't ask me how there's another castle. Oh yeah, there's stone on the right side. And Grace is tough nut to crack. You're both tough nuts to crack. You should be in the tough nut to crack clan. The TNTC clan. Someone might create it after this. I don't know. Will Cyper be able to get it done, or will it be Gray? After all, both players have had to deal with so many crazy things in this game. Purple has HP upgrades now, which is awesome. And Gray just can't believe that there's more castles. Yes. It sucks when you're humans, too, because you never really want to make skirms with them, because their skirms are so weak. Oh, Gray spotted this? Well, he did see the movement to the left. Wow. Okay. So Gray, I mean, there was a lot of walking here. I mean, he did it multiple times, and Gray has had army waiting, and he noticed now. And said, thought I didn't see you there, question mark? Well, what a difference that could make. Cannon Galleon Dream is dead. Great job from Gray. Now, I think what Gray should be doing is thinking... I mentioned it before about thinking about gold. It's still, like, right in front of his face. Right? But, like, even then, like, looking down here for other resources. Like, Purple is genuinely out. Like, Purple doesn't have a lot of options as far as I can see. He is now getting Architecture. And this game is going to continue for a long time if this continues. Gray refuses to take gold. Purple refuses to die. And I don't know if Purple really has a chance now. Is even going to bring the Trebs back over. Also, like, things like getting that relic can bring you gold. I can't wait for this. I can't wait for this. There's no reason. Sorry, Valley Zone. There's no reason to go Galleon in the situation you did earlier and on this map. Like, Cannon Galleon, I kind of understand, and now Gray's going to take this gold. But, like, Purple's going to try and transport here, and Yellow, for some freaking reason, is going to have Galleons. And Purple's going to be like, what? Like, why? Why did this guy have Galleons? What happened here? Okay. I like how Gray only noticed that there was gold there after he denied the castle, and still, like, his brain refuses to let him see the obvious stuff. That happens to me too in games sometimes. Like, it's funny when you're spectating, it's such a different situation. Oh wait, didn't the devs make a change where dead units don't attack anymore? They did, didn't they? Yeah, I complained about that a couple months ago. It's actually possible these won't fight. And I think Blues also didn't fight anymore. And I forgot I wanted to actually talk to them and say, listen, like, dead units should fight. That's, like, part of the fun in some of these games. And at least in my opinion, has always been a really important part of, like, community games, King of the Hill, etc. Yeah, Chrisick, you're right. I remember that. And now I'm upset about it again. And I don't think I'm crazy on that either. Like, I've yet to see a situation where that's good for the game. It's like a bug that doesn't need to be fixed. And you might say, well, T90, that's just for you. That's just for community games. But realistically, like, this has been an every week thing for like 5+ years. And I know people host different settings and do their own community games as well, but like, I feel like I've watched / played / hosted enough games for our opinion to matter a little bit there. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Like, you guys tell me. Maybe I'm wrong. Like, maybe there's a perspective I'm missing. It's certainly going to be good for purple, though. It's going to change things a little bit. I'm just not used to that. Purple should be able to waltz on by if Krissic is correct. Okay. Is purple thinking about any type of sneak? I think these vills are going to hop into the transport. Thank you, by the way. If you watch this later on YouTube and you made it to this point of the game, give me a 142 shout out. Thank you for staying this long. I know it's been a long game. It's been one of those where you're just like, you're probably rooting, like some people are rooting for gray, some people are rooting for purple. Some people are like fading fast right now in bed, falling asleep. And they're like, I gotta stay up, man. They've already half fallen asleep and their phone has fallen and hit them in the forehead. And then it wakes them back up. Yep, there goes purple. All right, Orange Duck, listen, man. Look at this quote. It says, T90, I don't want to be treated differently from anyone else. Also, T90, they should change the rules of the game to better suit my comic games. That's stretching the truth. Stretching the truth? That's not even... That's not what I meant. I don't want something that I want to compromise things for other people, right? Like, it's important that you... I know you're joking. However, it's important that I state that I think that move was actually detrimental to the enjoyment of certain aspects of the game. Now, that's why I said I might be wrong on that, right? There might be positives to this that I'm not aware of, but I never saw it as a negative, and I always thought it was actually really nice. It kind of felt like, to me, like a thing that wasn't broke that got fixed. Monday. So that's why I'm like, maybe I'm wrong, right? And I'm okay with being wrong, and we can disagree on certain things. That's always very important, to be able to disagree with people and still like them and talk to them, whatever. But it's not just that I want it. I just think that not only do I want it, but I don't think that it actually helped. I don't think it added anything. But I'll keep an eye out, keep an ear out, and see what... You know, I actually could have a conversation with them, too, now that I brought it back up, and see... Maybe there was, like, some other reasons they had to do that. No. Okay. So here comes another little attempt. I think this time around... Oh, my God. I see what he's trying to do. This is actually insane. Like, these Hussars have been here for so long. He didn't delete the foundation. So purple could actually just kill the Hussars and finish the castle and take the gold. Right? Also, gray dives in for the TC. That's never going to work. Oh my God. Gray's like, let's go. I got dinner soon. Let's go. Listen, I'm not sure what you expected to happen there, Gray, but I do respect you, okay? I respect it a lot. There's Trebs over here. And purple also walked the whole way. Dude, purple's a god. This is exactly why I want Bedouins, but you never see people use the water on Bedouins. And I just thought, oh, it's just going to be a standard 1v1. No. He went all the way around here. He went all the way. He's going all the way around here now. This is incredible. And he actually saved one of these transports too. And now he's going to take out the Hussars. And he's going to take out the castles as well. Whew. Well, you know, I can only speak for the experiences that we have as a community, right? With the community games. And as someone who hosts Regicide events and has done King of the Hill and also Capture the Relic events, all these different community game modes, right? So I can only speak as someone who does those things, hosts those things, talks to the players, and talks to you guys. So again, it would be a conversation I want to have for sure. And maybe people in comments will have like, you know, maybe they didn't think that units would attack, and they lost 60 paladins once, and they were out of gold, and then they got really upset, and they had to go play Fortnite for a month because they couldn't bear to look at Age of Empires because that was part of the game. I don't know, and I don't want to encourage people to go play Fortnite necessarily, so... But man, Purple without gold was able to do some crazy things, and now he's going to have that gold. Oh, and it's not Bedouins. Budapest, sorry. It's been a long day. Purple's trying to push this castle. Now, both players have lost a lot of castles in this area of the screen. It looks like Gray's going to lose another one. But there is something far more important that is going to be lost for Gray. And it's from the area that he would least expect. He would expect this, but he would not expect this necessarily. The Trebs are there. Purple, you've got to click it immediately, and he does it. We were thinking Cannon Galleons, guys, but why not the same Trebs that were in the north of the map at one point? This is God tier sudden death. Just ridiculous sudden death. And Cypher gets the victory and says, dinner time. On an empty stomach, Cypher was able to do that. Wow. And I was saying before this game, guys, that sudden death is something that is such an underrated game mode. And we've done it a lot. We've probably done it like hundreds of times over the years. But, you know, typically Regicide and Diplomacy is seen more. But I think what makes sudden death good is the maps, right? And then also you have to think uniquely, and you have to use the uniqueness of the maps. And, you know, as much as I groaned about change because I'm an old man and I don't, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, as much as I had that little side discussion there, I also got to recognize that this wouldn't have happened with if those things would have attacked, or at least it would have been harder for Purple to execute. But man, like, just think of the journey he had in this game. He lost his initial TC. He transported in this pond to kill Red eventually. He transported here to then walk and transport here, and unfortunately, you know, didn't get it. So then he went the other way and then ended up getting the guy finally. But he had to, you know, he had to transport over here. He had to make more. He had to go this way, to go this way. So much work. All while he lost like 5 castles next to his town center, his only town center at that stage, and had to at the very least hold here. But at times he even pushed. Cypher, that was incredible. So, well played to Cypher. Also, I want to say, Nonsense Guy, I thought you were dead. I thought you were finished, and I was writing you off an hour and 30 minutes ago. So, well played to you as well. It is crazy in community games, though, like how paths can form and how stories can be shaped, because Krisic could have probably killed Cypher, but he didn't do so because he saw someone else as a threat, allowed Cypher to get to his God tier late game mode, and then Cypher ended up killing him. Cypher ended up, of course, winning the game in fantastic fashion. So, you know, once again, I really hope people enjoyed that. I hope you watched that game and realize how good it was. That's some of the best community game play you're ever going to see from Cypher or from anyone for that matter. This player did a really good job finding stone and finding gold around the map in the late stages. He was well off in those departments, but not necessarily the wood and the food. They were kind of opposites, actually, because you had Cypher, who was very low wood food eco, but very high on the mining. And then Nonsense Guy actually had stone and gold accessible, but it just wasn't clicking in his brain to really get it. Or maybe he didn't know what to spend his gold on, which could be kind of an issue with the humans a little bit. But, whew, I mean, I'm just so happy, man. I'm so happy. Also, I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen with this one as far as the quality goes in the middle. Everything is settled down now, but whether it's my internet, my PC, I know at least live viewers, there was a little bit of like frame dropping there. So you can't really fix that. Like, we can't go back and like polish it over. We'll, of course, look at it and see. But in the event that there were some quality issues in the middle, sorry, the technology is not consistent. The game was so good. Like, this has to end up going to YouTube at some point. So we'll do our best with that. But, whoo, man, Budapest. Gotta love Budapest on Sudden Death. We need to do this more. So many fun things to see. Oh, and also, shout out, not to be that guy, because you just spent 2 hours watching this, but if you want to see a game that was just as insane, if not more, with some old graphics, shout out again to the Noob versus Pro game where a pro player played again in a free-for-all just like this on this map. The ending will satisfy you. I'll leave it at that.